Did he just say what I think he said?
I'm not one to give ultimatums. Like, I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to Taste of Reality, reviewing Married at First Sight Season 12, Episode 15. Absolute carnage. I don't know what is up with all these couples, but before we get into it, as always, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a video. Share the video with a friend. You would actually be a star if you did that. So let's get into the review. We're going to start with Haley and Jacob. So the bracelet has returned.
My mom overnighted the bracelet back to Jake because he so rudely requested it back.
It came overnight. So all this time, you had the capability of bringing back this bracelet that took 24 hours to return. It's evident that she just doesn't care to bend. She even says, well, I wouldn't have worn it anyways. Like, what is up with why even try being Jacob? Why even try with somebody who just doesn't care to think of me? It doesn't care to, you know what I mean? Like I said last week, some people are like, no, it is about the bracelet. It's really not about the bracelet, y'all. It could have been $50 freaking charm bracelet from Claire's, which I know it would not be $50, or it could have been $2,000 Tiffany. You know, like it's not the monetary value, though that was mentioned. It's the fact that here is something sentimental and you don't even care to think about it. You don't care to wear it, though it's ugly. How many spouses have been married years wearing some ugly stuff just to appease their spouse? Eventually you talk about it like, hey babe, I don't like this, but like, girl, it's the thought that counts. Now, keeping Haley's upset freaking demeanor, it's just who she is at this point. She's upset that Jacob reached the retreat place early and cooked, even though she had promised to cook on the first night.
Yo.
What's up with the food?
I didn't know when people were going to get here, so I just cooked myself some eggs.
Oh, well, we talked about this. Remember, I'm cooking dinner for everyone tonight?
I thought we were doing it tomorrow.
No, it's tonight.
First of all, 8 eggs. 8 eggs. That's a little excessive, my guy. But girl, nobody was there. He texted you. You didn't respond. So he just made something to hold him over. Like, I really don't think there was anything wrong with it. But she's mad. She's frustrated over everything. And she shares her frustration on how, you know, she's always the one extending the olive branch. She's always the one initiating conversation, initiating, you know, things to do. And my thing is like, it's really hard to look past your disgust. Anything that I say, you have a facial reaction that shows me that you're displeased, that shows me you don't like what you're hearing, that shows me you don't want to be here. Why would I want to try with you? Why would anybody want to try with you? Like, her face, I'm over it. Her attitude, done. She can't even let this man have his own opinion, okay? He said, I ain't learned nothing holistically, but I've learned some stuff individually, and she wasn't having it.
Well, I'm not saying that you really tried either, so.
I did, but it was too heavy.
Too heavy.
Yeah,
it wasn't
that's
too
how
heavy.
you sounded, so.
This is clearly a very, very toxic marriage, and it's weird because even though they virtually hate each other, they won the experts challenge game thing of like who knows who best. So it's like you guys are capable. Clearly when you talk, the other listens. Clearly there are some, you know, things there that you can pick apart and say, okay, let's hold on to these little good things in our marriage, you know? Like at least we have our commonalities of music or what, I don't know where they meet in the middle, but there's parts of them that meet in the middle. They don't want to do nothing. This marriage been done since the honeymoon, child. Just when you think it's absolutely over, they're given a writing challenge, and they're actually very complimentary towards each other.
You do get a little too jealous, though, when Sophie crawls in my lap.
I do get jealous, but she likes you.
When you lost, no, everyone lost.
So then you're here thinking, okay, we're on the up and ups, things are going good. Jacob leaves early, doesn't say anything. Like, I don't get them. When they're good, they're great. When they're bad, it's tragic. It is tragic. And I wonder if these are characteristics that would happen regardless. Like, clearly you've come to this experiment because dating for you has not worked in the past. You're doing the same things that have caused you to be in this situation to begin with. What makes you think that when this is all over, you're going to be, changed for the better and be with this extraordinary love post the show when you couldn't even make it work in the most dire of situations? On both of their ends, they are so stubborn. They're so unmoving. And I feel for them. I feel for them because they have so much hope. They have so much potential. But their unwillingness to change, their unwillingness to bend, will be the demise of any relationship. Moving on to Clara and Ryan. Clara is still trying to save face and say that her marriage is virtually perfect, and she doesn't understand why people are trying to push them. This is our pace. We're going at our own time.
And we're doing things differently. We are taking more time to do things, but that's okay. That's your marriage. Very confused by it, and it's okay, well, this is my marriage, and this is how. If we take things slower, then you take things slower. Yeah. Right.
Girl, you're confused why everybody's rushing for you to fill in certain boxes. You are rushing to fill certain boxes. You are saying you're due and I love you by the end of the You said that.
I do think love is so deep and something that you have to choose over time. Going into decision day, I want to hear I am in love with you.
So who does it serve to lie? Who does it serve to fabricate the truth because you're suffering in silence? Ryan thinks everything's peachy keen. Everybody else is like, okay, we're just gonna pretend like it's all right, even though we know it's not. And we, the public, are just looking at y'all like this is an absolute crap show. I wanted to say a different word, but we're keeping it clean. It serves no one to lie or to sugarcoat what you're going through. Be honest. Honesty sometimes sucks, but in honesty, you can find restitution. Y'all ain't never gonna get on a common ground if you don't want to tell the truth. In the writing task, he alludes to loving her or having love. He's used the word love.
As we move towards the future, I promise to do the same and to always give you a place you can call home, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Love, Ryan.
Now, obviously, this isn't the I love you that she was wishing for, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Here she goes again, just sugarcoating things. She's like, well, it's great to know that my feelings are reciprocated. He did not reciprocate. In fact, he said, I'm not ready to say that to her. Well, he didn't say that to her, but he said it on camera. So I don't know if now you're just grasping at straws because that's all you can get at this point, but the honesty, it is missing from y'all. And then you have this other couple who's way too honest, the Jacob and Haley and them. Y'all gotta find a way to I got something in my eye, child. Y'all gotta find a way to have these couples meet in the middle. We need some more affection in the Jacob and Haley situation, and we need more honesty in the Ryan and Clara, because it's going to hell in a handbasket at this point. We're actually moving through these pretty quickly. I didn't think I would, but we're moving. Eric and Virginia. Eric has no sense of accountability. It does not exist for him.
You've already gotten mad at me 5 times today.
No, I haven't. I honestly don't like that you say that.
I'm just telling you how I feel.
Yeah, I don't like when you go into get on to me in front of cameras. Yeah, you did.
Every point of contention is Virginia's fault. Every point of... How is that possible? How is it possible that all our issues are because of her? You're the one who... Okay, I need a second. He gives ultimatums at any given opportunity. He's a very it's my way or the highway kind of person. If his beliefs, his thought process, his values are challenged, he gets defensive. But somehow, everything is Virginia's fault. And I'm making an emphasis on everything because Virginia definitely plays a part. But to put all the onus on her, sir, are you not mid-30s? Are you not a grown-ass man? What are you talking about? You're absolutely delusional. He even pokes at her at the retreat, and I'm like, come on.
No, for me, I've had to be so patient with this one. You know that. What?
Turns out that they had another argument induced by alcohol, and it's like, all right, clearly it's an issue for both of you. You like to make it seem like the alcoholism is a problem for Virginia. It's clearly a problem for you too. So y'all both got to get that in check, okay? Y'all got to find a way to do what? I don't even know what could help these two. Like, it just honestly just looks like a mismatch. Clearly there's physical attraction. Clearly there's very strong affection. Clearly there are some places where they do match as people, but holistically it's not working. It is not working. Experts. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. I know that you can't account for, human behavior. Someone could look great on paper, but you can never account for human behavior. But it seems like there are just too many stark differences to not have noticed. It's just not making sense. So on their date, what was the date? Who cares? On their date, Eric says that he doesn't want Virginia to do things out of obligation just because they're married. But that has been his whole entire argument. He's been saying a wife can't do X, Y, Z. Now that we're married, you need to stop A, B, C. But now you have an issue with her doing specific things out of a marriage obligation when that has been your entire stone. Like, that has been your cornerstone argument this whole process. So what is it that you want? What is it that you want? He has been able to find every single reason to make something an argument. Every single one. The moving thing came up again and he's like, I don't like that.
How do you guys think that living apart will go after this?
I don't like it. Anyone that I've talked to doesn't like it. It's just it feels like it's like a regression, like we're going backwards,
Granted, I get it. It's annoying. It's annoying to have, a house that you own and somebody who's renting who just doesn't want to cut their lease and come over to you. I get it. But it's not this big of a deal. Her lease is ending in 4 months. Find a mutual place where you guys can start together. Not saying that the selling of a house is an easy process. Not by any means at all. But if I was Virginia, I too would not want to move in with you. Not even because of the animals thing. Because he wants his way so often. If I move into his territory, he now has the upper hand. With all the ultimatums that he throws around, how easily would it be for him to just kick her out? I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If we're going to live together, we're going to find a new place, a place that works for both of us. Location, layout, everything. And we're going to start fresh. The decor here is going to be decor that we put in together. I'm not moving to your territory. You ain't got to come to mine. But we're definitely, going to find a way to cohabit in a different place, because his moving to my house, no. One thing before I end on them, Virginia, these damn cats. What? The cats sleep with you in the bed and you want them to still sleep with you in the bed with your husband in the bed, who not only is just your husband, which is enough. For me personally, that's enough. He's allergic. I don't know if he's break out in hives allergic, but he's allergic. What? Oh man, just when you think you have her back, she goes and she says something and you're like, no, why would you go and say that? No, girl, drop that. Last but not least, we have Brianna and Vincent. Vincent brings up his weight and my heart, my chest got so tight. I was like, oh my gosh, is he gonna turn this whole thing into woe is me like vacation.
Wait, no, you gain weight together when you're happy. Is that not?
Well, we got to work out happy. We got to work out.
We know he's easily susceptible to being embarrassed. We know he has a lot of insecurities that he's still working out. So I'm like, oh God, here we go. Before they go on their horseback riding date, Vincent has primed Brianna that he's most likely not gonna like this situation. I totally get his fear. I have a fear of animals as well. I used to horseback ride as a kid, but like, you cannot get me to do it now. Absolutely not. And it's a very rational fear. But Brianna is being kind of a brat. I'm not gonna lie. She is though. And like, you didn't think to pick something that is adventurous but is still somewhat comfortable for your husband. Like, why do, I don't know. Either way, he actually did very well. I'm so proud of him.
I'm just like, I'm afraid. Help.
It's the growth for me, okay? It's the growth. It just melted my heart. But Brianna, okay, you gotta find a way to like loosen the reins a bit. Get it? Loosen the reins, because they went, horseback.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay. She needs to find a happy medium between doing some things with your partner and doing some things that are just on your own. Your partner is not, forced to enjoy everything that you enjoy. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. When it's these big adventurous things, he's saying even something like, not dune buggies. Them things, y'all. Them things. Even that would have been something that he can do. It's adventurous, but he's still like comfortable with it, which is a good, compromise for both of you. But even if sometimes you can just do something on your own. Granted, in this process, it is kind of like different because they're supposed to go on dates together. But this is just something that she can take into the real world, I want to do some things and he's uncomfortable with it. How about I go with my friends? Or, we decide to do one adventurous thing and, leave something else for another time. So they ended their trip on somewhat of a good note, and then here goes the moving conversation.
Vincent just assumed I was packing up, I'm going, move in with him. But you're not gonna run over me. It's a no-no, because I'm on the same level as you.
It's funny how she's not a fan of him making assumptions about, what they're gonna do and all of that, but she's been doing the same thing. Though it hasn't been over really big things like moving and stuff, the trivial stuff, it still matters. So, babe, we're going to have to find a way for you to be a little more accommodating when it comes to your husband. He can be a little fussy sometimes, but you're doing the exact same thing that he's doing to you that you're not liking right now, okay? This whole Brianna is bossy. All right, it was cute in the beginning, but now it's getting a little excessive. So let's find a way to compromise. Let's find a way to just let the man be a man. Let the man do what he wants to do on the side. This moving conversation is clearly a big conversation that they do need to consult with each other about. But in the other little trivial stuff, like, she's got to release the reins a bit. Call back. Especially because she has voiced that she doesn't like when he does it to her. You know what I mean? Is what I'm saying making sense? I'm sure it's making sense. Anyways, that's it for today. I don't know if decision day specifically is next week, but there is 1 week left in the experiment. Hopefully we could just get this season over with. It has been drawn out. I am tired, okay? Unmatchables is starting. I really want to watch that. Let me know if y'all want me to review Unmatchables, okay? But until then, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next week for another review.